And now it's time to find out who goes on to the grand finals of our match today. Spawning in the bottom position, the blue Terran player. Trying to win this 1 versus 1, it is the Mexican Major. And his opponent, in the top position, playing as the red Terran player. From Team My Insanity, it is Jjakji. And Jjakji, he has put forth a lot of Reapers in this tournament, and I expect no less of him than to make more Reapers this game. If anything, make more Reapers. I just said that, but it still stands. Still stands. And Major, he's going to do what he does. He's going to open up gas first. To nobody's surprise. To nobody's surprise whatsoever. And this is that barracks. I'm looking to see where's the gas on 12. You know you want to do it. You know you want to build Reapers. You know you want it. I know you want it. Jjakji has employed 2 barracks Reaper play in the only matches he's actually played on this map that I've seen. Against Koss on this map, he opened up double barracks Reaper. And I think on this map, Reapers are great. The map Heavy Rain features a very wide cliff. You can see there's just so much space. A Reaper can jump up here, this little crotch spot here, I think even here, this lip, and then the peninsula area, and then of course this whole area here. So there's lots of space for Reapers to abuse, and there is that second barracks. So I mean, I probably could have just casted the first 5 minutes of this game with my eyes closed. Jjakji, obviously gonna go for double barracks Reaper. If you guys, like I said, have tuned into any of these games, you know he does 2 barracks Reaper all the time. I think I've seen him do it in half the games I've watched him play and go for SC2 or Zotac. He just loves to play with lots of Reapers in TVT. And you know what? Jjakji's the kind of man that does things with Reapers that makes you want to build Reapers and then lose games on the ladder. But Major has been a tough slice of steak to cook. Let's just say that. He's put up quite a bit of resistance to the advances of these Reapers. And there goes an SCV with this to help tank a little bit of damage. And I think if Jjakji wants to win this game, he needs to be full aggressive, almost YOLO levels with his aggression, because he's held back a lot. The last game he didn't hold back as much, but still wasn't able to get what he needed. And there he goes. He's trying to kill. If he can kill a Marine in the first phase of this game, that would be great. And he's not going to get... Oh, almost picks that Reaper off. That would have been almost game ending. A 2 barracks Reaper build is not going to do anything if you lose your first Reaper. Double barracks Reaper is just complete trash. Like, you're not going to do anything. And he still has one of these weak Marines alive. So, now that he has a Hellion... 4 Marines and a Hellion. Like, of course he's going to target down the weakened Marine first, but that's why you want to keep it in the back. You can see he's been trying to keep it not at the front of his army, although it can be difficult to make that happen. And now it is at the front. He's going to die very quickly, insta-killed. But he has an SCV to tank some shots. He's willing to trade a worker for the damage here. And this Hellion, gets a high ground shot off. The Hellion, it's really weird because Hellions have very low hit points, so Reapers are good against them because of how slow Hellions attack. But then obviously, Hellions are very good against Reapers because they do bonus light damage. The issue at hand is that Reapers just have a lot of hit points, and Reapers regenerate their hit points, so it's difficult. Will Major step down the ramp is the question. Not yet. And is he going to actually push with these Hellions? This is really smart. Just catch those Reapers. Do what you can, because there's actually a starport on the way for Jjakji. But now that Major has this medevac, he can do a counterattack pretty easily. He's going to load the Marines up. He's like, wait a second, I want to have 6 Marines. I can only have 5. There's enough here to defend this at the base of Jjakji. He's defended quite well so far in this series. A little bit of a supply block actually just ending, but his starport's done now, so he's going to get a Viking. He's just going to make Vikings, Hellions, and Marines. That is more than enough to stop this assault. So this game is going to equalize. It's going to become a very normal StarCraft 2 game. I don't think either player has a distinct advantage right now, except that the command center is starting much later for Jjakji. So, and even then, it's only about like maybe 20 seconds or so. And it's about 20 seconds. So this is not really a huge deal. It's not even as big a deal as I was thinking it might have been. So, pretty normal game. Major could suicide his army up this ramp and throw the entire game away if he wanted to. I have a feeling Jjakji's going to try to just catch him down here because he should recognize that Major does not have anywhere near enough to stop him. And these Reapers actually chasing the Marines. This is annoying. He can't use the medevac, the boosters. Oh, okay, he just boosts just in time. He has the Widowmine placed, but now Jjakji can counterattack, and this looks really scary. He's loaded up the Hellions. He's going for a counter drop. What a sneaky, sneaky play. He's managed to slip that medevac past him, but it's like, yeah, you slipped your medevac past him, bro, but how are you supposed to defend? He's got just a Widowmine, few Marines. This is actually going to be a very difficult hold for Jjakji. I don't know how I feel about this. These Hellions need to do all of the damage, though, with this counterattack. He's killing off some of these SCVs. SCV's been pulled already to fight against this. He doesn't want to go down. He does not want to go down on his knees, that's for sure. He wants to stand and deliver. The Viking takes some damage from these Marines. The high ground vision is real. That Widowmine didn't really kill too much of anything. Viking is picked off. He just needs to hold the high ground now. He has the medevac. He has another Widowmine. The Widowmine is here for Jjakji. Can the Widowmine get the detonation off? No, he can't. He has another Viking. He's pulling SCVs, trying to hold this. He needs to kill this medevac so that these Marines can stop being healed as much. The Hellions have been dealt with in the main base, killed by those SCVs, and Jjakji is making it work. Major has lost a ton of workers defending this attack. It's still not even over. Viking finally turns around and gets some last hits, but even it will die. And one more worker killed, just for good measure by Jjakji, and Major scans him. He's like, man, you've got a lot of SCVs, you've got tech, you've got stim on the way, and this is a tough game for me because you're building siege tanks. Major can't afford any of this. One of the reasons why Major has no units, by the way, at least to defend that attack, is also because he went for a very fast third command center. Major has to make this third command center win him the game through the power of some economy or some other, demigod that maybe he worships at night. It's going to be tough. And here comes a mine drop. This is one way to pull yourself back in. Blocking the net. Aw, it's so adorable. He can't land the command center. That's funny. That's funny, man. Sorry. That's actually a great way to deal with this because there's no Raven. He just dropped mules. And he can't... Oh, is he going to kill his own Marine? Is he going to kill his own Marine to kill the Widowmine? That's also adorable. That is actually just precious. Where'd the Widowmine go in his main base? Okay, it was held off. Oh, that medevac is dead. Oh, ouch. That is actually a really great way to deal with that. Jjakji is such a smart guy. But now this third command center... How many SCVs is Major at? Yeah, he's recovering this SCV count very quickly. Oh, this barracks wanted to be built on the reactor, but... No bueno, senor. Marines try to knock down these rocks. I think Major realizes his economy is in a great place, and the number one thing that he needs to do right now is just keep Jjakji from attacking him. Keep Jjakji away. Buy time. It's this is a game where time means everything. Now there's a medevac drop moving out. What? Wait a second. Did Jjakji cancel his stim on accident? Did Jjakji accidentally lift his bear? His stim? No. He had his stim started like 2 minutes ago. Oh, wow. That sucks. I'm like 11.32% sure he just canceled his stim on accident. Youch. Now, Major is being a bit too aggressive. He has no units at home. And there's a drop of 8. Oh, man. Major, rally into your base. Get a Viking. Oh, this is going to be ugly. Thank God he doesn't have stim. He would just end the game. He's got combat shield, though. At least he's got that going for him. Maybe he just decided to get combat shield instead of stim at the start. I don't know. But he's going to kill some more SCVs. And Major, still at that third command center, is looking really good economically. He's not going to mine for a little bit, but his worker count hasn't taken too much of a hit. The problem is, of course, that he doesn't have combat shields himself. He has to fight with a lower Marine count. Now there's a tank, and Major should be okay holding this attack off. It's just the medevac that makes things really complicated, but the siege tank has enough damage output. Drops in his opponent's base. And it's not going to do much of anything. It's just nowhere near as effective. He dropped right on top of everything rather than running in like Jjakji did. And the reason why this went so much better for Jjakji than Major is Major just hasn't had that much production. He's had the economy, but when you have a lot of economy and no production, you're very vulnerable to these kind of counterplays because you send your army out and then you have to make a whole new one. Whereas Jjakji's like, dude, I've had an army. I don't need a third command center. So Major has a third command center. Jjakji really doesn't care. He's probably just gonna come up and kill him. There will be one tank for Major, and I have a feeling that Jjakji could just siege up right here and then just drop into the main base and push through in this area. He also has the option of just sieging up the front and killing him, but there are less style points involved if you don't utilize the cliff. So +1 attack begins for both players. Combat shields is on the way for Major, who does now have his stim upgrade. And he runs these Marines out into certain death, and you see that army, and you ask yourself, what am I doing with my life? 4 medevacs are about to land. Major has played a fantastic match, but this would be the greatest hold of all time if he could keep this attack away. Or at least one of the greatest holds. Maybe top 30. Siege tanks are coming in. And he has a little bit of vision. This is good. But then there's a scan. Okay, he's killed one of the other tanks. Oh, he's going to drop Marines on top of those tanks. Yeah, Wazers, he needs to keep the tanks alive. He needs to keep them alive. He does keep the tanks alive. Oh, they move command a little bit into those other tank fire. They're not sieged. And Jjakji is stepping up forward once again. He picks up the medevac. And now I think Jjakji, with the siege on Major's mineral line, the only option that Major has is to just pull all his workers and just aim move into this and die a horrible, painful death. He does not have enough Marines to stop this. And he's coming out with another siege tank, but Jjakji's just going to kill off SCVs, kill off Marines. And a great match, great games played by Major in this tournament. But this is him on his deathbed. He is bleeding out. Marines run into the natural expansion. There's nothing here to stop this. That bunker empty. The 3rd command center taking shell fire. It will fall in just a few moments' time. And that's almost it. He's down 59 supply to 110. Barely has anything at all. And the siege tank line is moving down towards that natural expansion. Major, he believes, but I don't know if believing is going to be enough for this match of StarCraft 2. He's going to stim. He runs in. Siege tanks blow everything to smithereens. And Major says GG. Jjakji will go to the finals to play against our Zerg player Vortex.